All right. Hello, you guys. Welcome, welcome. So excited to be here. This is our final wrap up of our hypnosis training. So once again, we have been in the book Psycholinguistics. This is actually the older version, the first edition. I think Miss Maria, you probably have the second edition. And apparently there's different pages, even in the same editions. So that's been super fun. So anyway, it's psycholinguistics, language of the mind. And today I thought it'd be really great to, towards the end of the book, there is a couple of scripts here that talk about one, aligning with the therapeutic mind. Now, of course, you can always use hypnosis for yourself. I mean, in fact, all hypnosis is self-hypnosis. So there is never going to be a time that you're walking around in the world and you're just able to grab somebody's attention and hypnotize them without them being a willing participant. That's not how it happens. I mean, even if I were to walk down the street and say, hey, you stop, like the person still has to have their own authority of their body to either listen to what I'm saying and follow that direction or not, right? Like people always have a choice. They may not feel like they do, especially if I was wearing, a police uniform or something like that. But people always have a choice in what it is that they do. So even if we're working with clients or we're working with ourselves, there's a couple of scripts in the back. One is called Aligning with the Therapeutic Mind. And that's really about, and one of the reasons why I want to read this is it reminds me a lot of like everything that we do, right? Like when I wake up in the morning and I do my prayer and my meditation, I'm aligning with my true essence, with my inner being, with myself, with God, with spirit, with my higher power, with, forgetting all the dramas and traumas of my past and really coming into the fullness of who I am as I begin to think about my day and then move into my day. And so this is in the same line as that when we're embarking on any relationship with, other human beings in the world, like how valuable it is to have a practice where we get into alignment and we tune in with our own self, with our highest self, with our true self, with God's spirit, before we embark on whatever the conversation or the action or the activity is. And now, of course, this could be lengthy. We could take 45 minutes, we could take 5 minutes, we could take 2 minutes. Obviously, the more that you do it, the quicker you're going to be able to get into that place in that space where you are in alignment, where you are tuned in. And having the thinking about the analogy of a symphony and how important it is for each one of the instruments to be tuned properly and tuned to each other, so that the music of all of them playing together sounds pleasing and is right and like takes you on the journey that you want to go on. And if any one of the instruments isn't tuned right, it's not going to sync up with the symphony and it's not really going to take you to where you want to go. So this is always important. I think this is, quite frankly, one of the reasons why I have gotten so lost in my life in different times and places and days where I'm like, oh my gosh, like throughout the day, I can be really up and down. And really, it's just about, I'm not aligned with my own self. I'm not aligned with my highest self, my truer self. And every time I come back to that alignment, like the next step in my life and what's the right thing for me, it becomes clear. So, and then the second one is recharging the therapeutic mind, which is even better, right? So we get into alignment and then we go, oh, this person's energy, this drama, this trauma, this news, this news station that I was watching, this song that I listened to, it threw me off. Like, how do I get back, right? How do I get back into alignment with myself and continue moving forward with that grace? So I think that we're going to do both. And I would love to read them to you, Miss Maria, so that you can just receive today.
Okay.
Or you want to do one and I'll do the other? Maybe. That sounds good. I'll start though. I'll certainly start.
Okay.
Then we'll do the first one and then we'll take a break and have a little conversation and then we can decide on who wants to do the second one.
Okay.
Awesome. So is there any questions or comments before I jump into this?
I just want to add something real quick.
Please.
The more that I dream, because I dream, the more that I get into the hypnosis again, and the more that I get mature in life, the more I see that maybe we are dreaming.
Mm.
And the awakening part, or becoming aware of who you are in the world that we live in, we have control over it, just like Dr. Porter said.
Mm.
It's not a malicious way. It depends on your heart.
Mm.
And it's not a malicious way because, first of all, we're not God, but we don't understand who we are. And if we use the techniques in these 12 techniques that you're teaching and more, then we can create with God the world that we want. And the more that I get, the more older I get, the more I see this is true, that we can warp stuff into our lives. And what a wonderful, beautiful story it is when you become aware of this and how beautiful God and his love really is. It's almost like a little secret when you're willing to hear it and see it. And we got lucky enough to get this job. And these are the keys to open maybe heaven on earth, or bring your heaven, bring what you want towards you, and how beautiful and divine we are as mankind. And the stories that we say in our head and our thoughts become just like the Bible says. It says you are what you think. And that right there is a huge hello. And the more that we can practice this, the more we feel more connected to reality. In my opinion, that's what I feel, that we feel more connected to God. Like you said, align yourself to my higher truth. And sometimes I have to stop and laugh and say, this is not as hard as we think it is, but because it's hidden, and you have to be ready for this. To me, it's a beautiful story. And the last thing, and I'm going to shut up, is that God must love stories because he allows us to create our own stories.
Oh, well, that feels like a title to a book. God loves stories. Awesome. Yes, we do love stories. We do like to go on little adventures. So let's go on an adventure now. And I would love for you to just find a comfortable place where you can close your eyes and just allow all distractions to slowly fade away. And actually today I'm going to share my screen and give you a little sound to listen to.
Besides my squeaky chair that I can't stand.
Oh, yeah.
Can you hear that squeak?
Yeah. You can probably hear the banging in the background too. They're like building a new wall in the other room. So
sorry about the squeak. I just need W340 or whatever. I need to put it down there somewhere.
All right, well, just kick back and stop moving.
Okay, I'm trying not to move.
Okay. So I'm just gonna maybe put the volume down a little bit. So
I can't hear it.
You can't hear it at all?
Mm-mm.
Can you hear it now?
Yeah, but kind of put it in the middle so I can hear your voice.
Okay. Is that a
little
good
higher?
A little higher?
Just a little higher. Good, right there. Thank you.
Good, perfect. Quiet the mind and focus deep inside. Focus on your breathing by noticing how one set of muscles is breathing in, and the lungs themselves respond by naturally releasing out. So it is with the mind. You are able to listen to your client, to yourself, your inner guidance, and allow the intuitive mind to invent the sessions, the stories that would be the most appropriate for each individual experience. You are utilizing all the skills of the therapeutic mind to monitor the breathing, self, synchronizing with your client. You will naturally notice how the subject breathes in and breathes out. You can notice how your breathing coincides with that of your client. And naturally, you will notice the eye accessing cues. How when the eyes roll upward, the subject is accessing visual information. When the eyes roll from side to side, the client is accessing auditory pieces of it. And when the eyes roll downward, you will know that kinesthetic information is being processed. And naturally, you're always willing to calibrate and test these assumptions because you know that the process of therapy is one of pacing and leading. Leading your clients in the direction of their goals. During each session, you will discover how your mind becomes clear and focused. Each session is a new session. And the therapeutic sessions of the past are now resources that will help you build the constructive future that you desire. Once again, take in a deep breath. And notice how this deep breath helps cleanse the body all the way down to the bottom. Feet and ankles go loose, limp, and completely relaxed. Now feel the grounding of information from all books that you have read, all seminars you have attended, all positive pieces of information that could possibly help you to use your intuitive, therapeutic connection to create a session that is most appropriate for the client's hand. Notice the power of relaxation flowing through you. Perhaps you are now beginning to recognize how everything that has happened through you must also happen to you. Therefore, each suggestion is positively stated in the affirmative. you may be noticing how the calves and shins are relaxing. So relaxed and comfortable that flexibility moves into the knees. You are flexible and open to the possibility that through you today, a process or technique that may have never before been spoken, and perhaps will be spoken through. Open your mind to the possibility in guiding your clients through whatever, quote, tough stage in which they may find themselves, and to the accomplishment of their goal. Trust that you will recognize your client's outcomes and selectively hear their impact words as you ask the questions. What would you like? Where would you like it? How often would you need to display the new behavior and with whom? Both consciously and unconsciously, you will remember to check the ecology at each idea or concept. And your negotiation skills are naturally improving. You will be noticing both conscious and unconscious cues that will allow you the consistency and desire for your session. Each time you enter into a therapy session, create the optimum communication possible. You'll notice that your body will remain relaxed and comfortable. You will be guiding your client through the pacing and leading process to such a deeply relaxed, positive state that outside sounds and influences will only prompt you to remain more focused on the task at hand. Will allow the information to flow to you and you. Now you may want to notice how the thighs and hips are relaxing. Concentrate, using your mind's eye, on how the client will walk in, how comfortable you will feel in greeting your client. Notice how you will be able to use all the rapport skills built over time, and how your rapport skills are getting better and better. In meeting your client, you remain comfortable and relaxed. You feel confident in each word that you speak. Your rapport skills are so fine-tuned that your body matches and mirrors exactly the right sequence, tone, and tempo for you. You are doing perfect. You are getting the taste of therapy and noticing the smell of success. In your mind's eye, concentrate on how you will lead your clients from confusion to a state of focus and balance. Find yourself naturally future pacing each technique as the days come, the weeks come, the months come. will continuously scan the situation to notice all visual cues, all auditory cues, and all kinesthetic cues that will help you to provide the information necessary to complete the therapeutic sequence. Each time you enter into a therapy session, your quality will improve. Your ability to produce results will improve. And as you mentally imagine your subject in a relaxed, natural, altered state, you will notice that as the subject's eyes close down, and with a few deep breaths, will guide your client to a positive and productive state known as hypnosis. Your skills with hypnotic language patterns will improve. You'll notice the flow of each word, and with every session, the words will flow more consistently in the direction of a deeply relaxed and positive state. Now, in a moment, my voice is going to pause. During this quiet time, I ask that you imagine the complete session taking place. You may choose to use the quantum fusion technique, where the parts of the past and the parts of the future merge together to create the dynamic moment. Perhaps you will choose to use the mind link technique to link resourceful positive states into less than positive patterns. Allow your mind to focus on the possibilities of double dissociation and that quick phobia release. Watch yourself over there on a screen of space, watching yourself relax and comfortable, and noticing that all skills, abilities, and resources you need flow to you and through you as you need them the most during the session. I don't know exactly which of these techniques you will use today, but you do. As you move through the process, simply take deep breaths and scan your body. Notice how you are keeping positive thoughts resonating through your body as the hands and arms relax. The chest, abdomen, back, neck, head area, all relax. And when you have completed the sequence of how your client will be guided through the hypnotic process, with the eyes remaining closed, you have successfully guided your client through all the procedures that will bring about success. Then notice how your client leaves your office. Notice how positively your client has responded and how positive you feel. Know that you did the very best you could, given the information you had available. From here, you will take the time to review over the session and create all other probabilities for success, so that each session will improve on those performed in the past. Now I'm going to pause. You will have all the time you need to finish the sequence of thoughts that will structure a positive and resourceful session and bring about the results you plan. Then, and only then, your eyes will open. And at that point, refer, turn to the room, full conscious awareness.
Nice. Couldn't hear you most of the time, but I went with it anyways.
Oh, why didn't you tell me? We took like 10 minutes trying to get the volume right.
I don't know, but I still was able to, do it. So thank you. It was very nice. A lot of things were coming back to my head that I need to do. And I saw a beautiful white flower. I don't know what kind of flower it was, but it was pretty. Then I started thinking of things that I just need, that I really need to do, that, I guess is an agreement that I made with the universe I have to do. And this is one of them. This is one of them. And so I'm like, okay. I remember. And that I have to apply this every day, or else I get distracted. And
Yeah,
it reminds me, God was reminding me that people have the solution within themselves, and just kind of bring it that way, as if it's already done. It's kind of weird. It's like, instead of talking, because I already talked, I just do it and then tell people what to do. Like, assume they're going to do it. That's what I mean. Because people have the solution within themselves. It's really tricky, though. It's really hard. The test that we have here on Earth. And this is a great way of getting us where we need to go. So if there's a big mission here, it's like God's mission. I'm on God's mission. And I was reminded of that. I'm like, oh yeah, it's not just to make tortillas, Lord. I'm not here just to wash dishes. No. And those things are, they'll take care of themselves. They'll eventually be done, but there's other things. I don't know what it is, but my prayers are coming true. Like, remember we were talking about energy, and I find myself getting stronger and stronger and more energetic, and I love it. It a lot has to do with what I put in my body. And I remember your voice, alive, vibrant, fresh foods that are live. And then the dead foods that are dead. I remember that. I'm like, I can hear Rose's voice in my head. I know I need to eat protein, but I have to eat fresh and alive foods. If I want life in my blood, I have to eat alive foods. And I'm like, yes, I agree with you, Rose. So I'm going back on track on eating more veggies. And today, if you look on Facebook, I baked a bunch of good stuff that I know you're going to like. And we get trapped in our old habits. We get trapped in what the matrix or the world systems tell us, that we have to eat these things like milk. Not that milk is bad, but there's other ways to get calcium, y'all. And also protein. Protein is such a, it's important, but it's not the foundation. It's a combination of everything. And so I get trapped in that. And if I don't lift weights, then I gain weight. Anybody, if you eat too much protein, you're going to gain weight if you don't lift weights, or if you're not exercising. And so I'm like, Rose's voice is in my head. I see these beets. I see this fresh and alive foods, and I feel the difference as soon as I eat them or drink them. I'm like, bing, I have life in me. I can keep going and going and going and going and going and have this endurance that I want, and I'm doing it, and it feels fantastic.
Yeah.
So it's like a trick. Yes, we need protein, but we don't need that much of it, y'all. If you're not a competition bodybuilder, we don't need that much protein, y'all. So I just hear your voice in my head all the time, and it's true. And I go back, I'm like, okay, this is what I'm going to do before I do my Zumba. I'm going to eat a fruit. Hello. And I have energy. I'm going to eat a beet. I'm going to drink cucumber juice, and I have that endurance that I need to finish my Zumba class.
Yeah.
And I love it. We know the keys, even we make mistakes. So how much people who don't know this stuff, they're lost,
Oh,
completely lost, and they have no hope without somebody showing mercy and go, hey, eat a carrot, eat a cucumber, yes, eat some protein, but that's not the only thing you need to eat. Oh, and I get stuck in that too. So thank you for speaking in my head. You don't know you're in there, but you're in there. Like,
that's
fresh and
hilarious.
alive foods, fresh and alive foods, fresh and alive foods. Thank you, Rose.
Well, I mean, you obviously know where I got that from, so
I know.
Yeah.
But you know how we hypnotize each other?
Yeah.
And you hypnotized me, and that's in my head. I hear Dr. Porter's voice in there too. I hear my mom, I hear myself, I hear everyone's voice.
Yeah.
But the only voice that says fresh and alive foods besides Dr. Porter is your voice. And I'm like, oh, Rose, God, you're right. Thank you for reminding me. I'll go eat a cucumber right now.
That's awesome. I love that.
So check out my Facebook on healthy habits. I put your kombucha up there. And then I can't eat kombucha, but even if it doesn't agree with me, I still put it on my Facebook for other people. So some of my friends were like, "Oh, I'm going to try that." I'm like, "Cool." So I put your stuff on my stuff, on my healthy habits. And today I just kicked ass in the kitchen. Tofu, organic tofu, Brussels sprouts, beets, brown rice with coconut milk and lime and cilantro. And I made something else. Oh, yams. Plain yams, no butter, just put in the oven, and it comes out with or without butter afterwards. It's delish. And it helps you to lose weight. Yams help you to lose that belly fat. People don't know that. Brussels sprouts help with reducing cancer, colon cancer. And beets are great for exercise. It looks like a heart. So yeah, I think of you when I make these foods. Anyways,
I love it.
Wonderful. Thank you. It was a great hypnosis, even though I couldn't hear you all the way. I still was able to follow you and just go with it.
Cool. So the next one is recharging the therapeutic mind. And then that's it. That's literally the last 2 pages of the book. So what is it? It's 148. Do you want to zip through it real quick?
Yeah, if you want me to.
I'd love it.
Do it.
Should I put on the music or leave it out? Maybe leave it out if you can't hear. That's no good.
Well, you have the music there, so
that's true.
It's up to you.
All right. Well, maybe I'll just do it real low. Cool.
Okay. We'll try not to move.
Yeah. I have so much noises going on around back here. So I'm not bothered by noises anymore when it comes to my meditation. Like I just so like hypnotized myself into knowing that, you know what, like life is distracting.
It is.
Right? Like needing it to be a certain way to like be okay is like part of the neurosis. So just really just letting that go. So perfect. It's perfect. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. I too am there too. I just like whatever.
Yeah.
You have to, this world is not perfect and you just got to roll with it. And just believe everything's going to work out.
Yeah.
Okay. Whenever you're ready, my friend.
I'm ready. Thank you.
Oh, this one's a good one. Ooh, I like this one. Nice. Okay. Ready? Do you have the music on?
I do. Thank you.
Oh, okay, because I can't hear it. All right. Okay, take in a deep breath and let that breath out with a sigh. Notice the calm between the right creative side of your brain and the left analytical side of your brain. Notice the way that your mind and your body are creating a cleansing from within by using each new breath. Breathe in the color white or any color you like. Breathe it in and mentally wash your mind and all your thoughts, ideas, concepts about this session. Become neutral with each and every breath that you take. Become neutral with each and every piece of information that is shared or was shared, whether the information is positive or negative. Just simply let it go. Let it go. By mentally recharging the body, you can neutralize the experience any which way you like. As you breathe in deeply, breathing in deeply again, mentally recognizing, making that deep and meaningful connection with the therapeutic mind. Whatever you need to see, whatever you need to hear, whatever you need to experience to learn from the session we are administrating. From any prior encounters will naturally flow into your awareness and as just in the right amount of time. Notice how your facial muscles and tendons responding to the positive suggestions to relax as you are relaxing now. From the top of your head, down your shoulders, the back, releasing all muscles, hips, thighs, knees, your calves, all the way to the bottom of your feet. Just simply let it go. Feel how relaxed your face and your muscles feel from the top of your head down to the very bottom of your feet. Notice how your body is becoming loose, limp, and totally relaxed, where you can alter this state of relaxation. Feeling comfortable moving down your shoulders, releasing any tension down your arms, your hands. They feel light. You may feel tingles. Whatever you feel is natural and normal. Whatever you experience is your experience. Taking another deep breath all the way down from your shoulders, down your back, your chest, your abs, your hips, your thighs, knees down to the very bottom of your feet. And just imagine a circle of power protecting you from anything less than positive. Imagine the new possibilities awakening in your mind as you use this positive information for yourself. Imagine what type of connection you might have with that person or people and the world around you. The possibilities done on purpose that you may have drawn with that individual or the people around you at work or at home or at play. Just go with the flow, trusting your other than conscious mind. It knows what to do. Having it clear in color, as if you are dreaming and telling stories. In a positive way right now, imagine yourself with your clients. See what you need to see, hear what you need to hear, and experience what you need to experience. In your mind's eye, notice how everyone around you are associating, connecting with your thoughts, your beliefs, your habits, and your patterns. Notice how you are helping others to develop the awareness of their fullest potential, including your own. Activating the inner ability to imagine that you are relaxing and being comfortable with your clients, standing in your circle of power, connecting with them, in a positive, relaxing way. Imagine this possibility as you're using each and every suggestion that you know, all the techniques that you know, sharing these techniques with others, your clients. And imagine them hearing and seeing and experience what they need to do so they can accomplish their personal goals. Imagine them smiling and losing the weight, exercising, wearing the clothes that they want to wear, and having a lifestyle that they want and imagine. Imagine you having a successful career and everything you touch turns to gold. Hear what you need to hear, see what you need to see, and experience what you need to experience. Allow it to just come. Imagine this possibility happening right here and right now, and before you awaken. Imagine your arms becoming relaxed and your fingertips feeling tingly or light. And upon awakening, applying this to your personal and professional life as well. You know exactly what you need to do. Take a deep, deep breath. Imagine that your mind could go deep, deep, deep inside and select the techniques or the behaviors or the attitudes and beliefs that could change and improve yourself and your client's life. Experience what you need to experience and hear what you need to hear, feel what you need to feel. Just let it come to you upon awakening or and now. Notice how mentally energetic you are, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. And allow this energy to flow down from your mind. Pick a color if you like. Allow this mental energy to flow from the top of your head down to your shoulders, to your hands, creating the lifestyle that you like. From the top of your head down to the very back of your back, flowing down to your chest, your hips, your abdomen, down to your thighs, all the way to the very bottom of your feet. Walking towards your goals, professionally and personally. Imagining the body that you want to experience, to have health, the lifestyle that you desire. And I'll allow this to happen right here, right now. See it clearly in full color. And allow yourself to empower all the necessary things that you need to handle professionally and personally, professionally with your clients, with all the resources and skills and knowledge that you have. It will only get better and better as the weeks come. As the days become weeks and the weeks become months and the months become years, and you are there being successful, happy, and healthy, a lifestyle that you desire, helping each and every one of your clients to achieve their personal goals. And after you receive this session in your mind, I want you to review it once again. Change what you need to change, experience what you need to experience. And just simply let it go. Trust your subconscious mind knows exactly what to do. As you drift away in this wonderful, deep state of mind, full of possibilities, notice how relaxed you really feel, and the confidence is built. Imagine being in a garden of your mind, beautiful, peaceful, and you can even smell the beautiful flowers around you or nature. and how this makes you calm and connected with the world around you. Anything less than positive, you just simply let it go. As you become deeper and deeper in your state of relaxation, trust that you can see what you need to see with your mind's eye. You can see your bright and compelling future, so sunny. Imagine the sun beaming down to the top of your head, burning away negative thoughts, negative beliefs, and negative influences, allowing you to feel so light, so happy, so healthy, full of energy and endurance to accomplish all of your goals. As you discover and learn more things about Rose and other people and the world around you and the universe. As the days become weeks and the weeks become months and the months become 2 years, imagine this beautiful place of paradise, if you like, whatever your goals are. Bright and sunny, blue and happy skies, full of clarity, knowing exactly what you need to do and you accomplishing them. I'm going to pause. This quiet space is for you and for your mind to move through the directions of all your goals. And when you wake up, you would physically and mentally, emotionally be recharged, having everything you need to have so you can accomplish all your goals and fulfill your clients' needs, seeing them fulfilling their needs and fulfilling your own. Take all the time you need to go through the sequence of structure, positive resources of all the sessions and techniques that you know. It's as simple as you breathing and automatic upon awakening. Go ahead and open your eyes. And when you open your eyes, this is so.
Yeah,
That was fun.
that was fun. Thank you.
Yes, I had to shorten it a little bit and I played with it a little bit.
Cool.
Mhm.
Exactly as it should be.
How was it for you? How'd it go?
Yeah, it was lovely. I noticed that I was like getting distracted, and I think that's one of the reasons why having a guide is so helpful, because it just like brings us back to what we're doing, right? And then the mind wanders and it's like, oh yeah, I'm back here, this is what I'm doing. And it's interesting, meditation actually, and I think it's in Sanskrit, means to like know yourself.
Mm.
And so I like that idea, right? Like, so many people want to have change and yet they don't take the time to meditate every day. And it's like, well, how do you know yourself then? Like, how do you know what needs to be changed? Like, how do you know where your thoughts are taking you? Because they say 95% of our life is just like subconscious patterns playing out that were, ingrained in there from the time we were born until the time we were about like 12. So it makes sense. So to become aware is really what hypnosis is about. It's not about somebody, we know this.
Controlling you.
Somebody controlling you. No, it's exactly the opposite. It's about becoming more aware. It's about bringing to the surface the things that you actually want to change and letting them go, and like having a process for that, having some help with that, and to know yourself even more. And in that releasing of the things that are no longer serving you, it makes space to begin to create what you actually do want: the health, the vitality, the relationships, the love, the joy, the whatever it is.
So in the session, I saw you really focusing
I was drifting. I was totally drifting into some like thoughts that I'm like, oh yeah, this is familiar. This is why I get stuck, right? Because I drift over here. And then I kept coming back and I'm like, okay, like what am I being intentional about? What am I actually creating? Like, what are the resources I actually have? And really taking the time to be intentional with my thinking. And it's like, wow, so powerful.
Yeah, I was trying to get you to not just help your clients, but also to help yourself, um, and to feel confident in seeing the goal and allowing yourself it to be fun and bright and exciting for you.
Yeah.
Because I remember you saying something that you don't, sometimes you resist the end, and I think it was because you're having so much fun getting there, maybe, and because you don't feel worthy of it. I'm not sure, but I mentioned some, I said I'm going to make her see her ending and be okay with that, and just to be bright and compelling and not like a sad thing.
Yeah.
Not a sad thing, because I picked up on that when I was listening to you a couple of times, and I totally get it, because sometimes I'm like, you know achieving it is not as fun as the journey.
Mm.
And I'm like, there's got to be end, Maria. That I'm like, oh, okay. It was so much fun getting there, though.
Yeah, I
And
remember when I was in New Zealand, we were climbing up this mountain called they pronounce it Whakapapa. It's spelled with a W, but like in New Zealand, for whatever reason, they pronounce W's as F's. So it's like Whakapapa, which like, that's the only reason I even remember what this mountain was. You can totally look it up. It's with a W. Whakapapa. Whakapapa. We were laughing so hard when somebody said that, but like the front of it's called the Devil's Staircase, and it's where they did the filming for Lord of the Rings. And it took us like 6 hours just to get up to the summit place. And it was like, oh my God, it was grueling, but it was amazing. Of course, we get to the summit, and it's like this beautiful, incredible view. You feel like you're on top of the world. Literally, like when they talk about like Middle Earth, like this is what
wow.
it was, so amazing. And there was like this pond, I don't even know, like frozen water, like there was we're way above the tree line, and it was, I don't even, whatever. Anyway, I was like, I jumped in, I took off all my clothes and I jumped in the
Oh,
water.
there was water there too? Like a
There was
pond?
what, yeah, there was like a pond, like I don't even know what to call it. It was like crystal clear, ice
Are
cold,
you
like above
kidding?
the, it was incredible. It was so incredible. And I remember getting to the top, and then it was like this, like, crescendo is like, oh, we're here. It's like, this is so amazing. And then I was like, oh, then we gotta walk down the other side. Like, I was like, oh, I'm done now. You know what I mean? Like, it's over. I'm here. I've reached it. And it's like, no, now you gotta, there's still
Yeah,
more.
there's still
And
more.
yeah, that's like such a metaphor for like all of life. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I feel like the same with weight loss, right? It's like people come in and like, I want to lose 30 pounds. Like, cool, I can help you get there, but then you got to maintain it, right? Like you have the whole other side of the mountain that you got to get down. And so, yeah, you're right. Like just enjoying the journey and like being on the journey is, it's a little bit of a shift in mindset, but it makes it like so much more fun.
Yeah. There's the beginning, there's the end, and then there's right in between. And I think that's the sweet spot, even though we're not there yet. It's the joy of getting there. But I think it personally is my favorite. I'm learning that as I'm, experiencing life. Once I accomplish something, I'm like, oh, okay, what else is there to do? Because that might have been hard, but it was easier than I thought. And then I want to challenge myself to something else. And then it starts all over again. So I don't think we're meant to just be complacent. I think we're meant to keep growing. That's just my perspective.
Absolutely.
And sometimes I think it's my resistance. I'm like, I don't want it to end, so I'm just going to stay here. And the universe is like, bitch, move forward.
Keep rolling. There's another
you.
journey. Yeah,
I'm gonna
another
push you to the
mountain.
next step. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't want to.
Yeah.
I like to save time in a bottle and stay there for a while.
I know. I kind of felt like that when we were talking about like our beginning days at Positive Changes. I'm like,
It
oh
was,
God, I wish I could go back to that, but there's no
no, and
going
those
back. And I'll tell you, there
great
was
memories.
plenty of times during that time where I was like, this is miserable. I need to move on to like whatever the next thing is. And it's always just being human, just being human.
I was
I had,
not miserable. I loved it. I just
yeah.
hated the atmosphere behind the scenes because it kind of killed the joy. But it was a great job. And it, you know, I only wish that we can go back and just kind of relive it again, because it was a lot fun than I thought. I digged it. I did. I really did.
I know.
I just wish it was just a little different. And I guess that's what life is to create memories and to enjoy the moment, even if it sucks.
Yeah.
Because it's
All right,
not
so
as
I do
bad
need
as
to wrap this up because I need to go to the bathroom before my next
Nope.
call in 4 minutes.
Yeah, no problem.
But that was it. We went through the entire book. Basically, if you still want to get the book, it's still a very good read. And I say that we just start over. So I sent out an email. I don't know if you got it, but that's my plan. I'm just going to start over at the beginning next week because it's good for me to go through things. Maybe I'll give it no, I think probably we'll just do it. We'll just do it next week. Yeah, if I change my mind, I'll let you know. I was just thinking about maybe giving people like a little bit of time, you know what I mean, to like maybe market it a little bit, but really I do this for me anyway. So if you want to invite people, they can come in at the same price that you came in. You can stay if you want to. You can, you know, peace out. Thank you very much. If you want to, you can do whatever you want, but all that information is in the email that I sent out a couple of hours ago too.
Okay, I will see if somebody wants to. I know there's people that need to. I don't know if they will do it though.
That is totally accurate. Amen to me too. But you know what? We just keep going. For me, I know that like it's good for me. So I'm going to keep showing up and having this hour be dedicated to practicing this skill because it's all about practice, right? Like anything that you want to learn and change, it's about practicing it. So I shall be here and you can let me know if you want me to cancel your subscription or if you want to keep going, just let me know. I love you so much. Thank you.
Bye-bye.